Hello and welcome back to A Boring Revolution, your number one news source for everything in regards to the Boring Company and the great man himself, Elon Musk. Thank you again for tuning in. If you've not already done so, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon and you'll get notified of all the latest videos. So we've had a bit of news come in over the last 48 hours. A few things from Elon Musk, a few things from the actual mainstream media. So I thought we could cover that. Certainly some very interesting things. One of my predictions has actually come true, which I believe is from either episode 2 or episode 3 of this video channel. So let's have a look and see. So, Elon Musk's Boring Company earns approval for futuristic garage that would connect to underground commuter tunnel. Now, this is being framed as everyone will have their own little loop elevator inside the garage, so they can take their car directly to downtown LA, which I just don't see it happening. However, I can see the Boring Company converting homes into these kind of waiting areas, almost like micro stations, but from the outside they look like a normal home, and inside you have your elevator, and that takes you into the loop, and you have your micro station there, and people can wait and use it. So they've actually bought some land on 120th Street near Hawthorne Boulevard. They've won some new approvals from Hawthorne City Council for a prototype of a revolutionary new garage. They also intend to use the land that they've purchased there to remove the cutter head from the existing boring machine that is going under 120th Street. That is confirmed again in this article, which basically says the same thing. Just says how much progress they're making. Just go back to this article actually. It's quite an interesting quote from this guy, Brett Hawthorne. What we want to do is show proof of concept and as quickly as possible, said company representative Brett Hawthorne. We are not asking to go around the public process. Yes, we do move fast. We are trying to revolutionise transportation and don't want to get bogged down. The fact is, a lot of projects don't happen simply because of regulations. And too many regulations actually hurts people rather than helping them. You can't just keep printing regulations like newspapers. It doesn't work like that. You've got to be smart about what regulations you do approve. Hopefully they can get all this through very quickly, and a lot of it has already gone through, so that's great. Actual property that they have purchased on 120th Street, they intend to rent out the property they have purchased. So I'm assuming that part of it they will use and the other half they will sort of let it out to some other company to get a bit of money coming in, which is sensible. We've had quite a few tweets from Elon, which is great, and even better they have been about the Boring Company. So we've had some children attend an actual site tour of the Boring Company test tunnel or prototype tunnel at SpaceX campus in Hawthorne. They look like they had a lot of fun, which is great. It's good to see that they're involving the local community. If we want to get the locals on side and try and fight the NIMBYs, we need to involve the local community and explain to them, why this is a really good idea and how it's going to make their community a better place to live. Here's Elon Musk. Boring Company will transport your car all the way into your garage. Now, I don't think he's saying, look guys, we're going to put tunnels and shafts into everyone's garage in LA. That's simply not feasible. What he's possibly saying is that we're going to use this kind of system in certain homes that we're going to purchase, and then you can use that house to get onto the system using your car. Here's my favourite tweet of today. First boring brick store is opening in 2 months. Only 10 cents a brick. rated for California seismic loads. So again, the actual boring bricks, which are compressed earth and a tiny bit of cement, they're going on sale. Bricks will be free if used for affordable housing projects. That's all well and good, but the whole idea of making bricks is so that we actually make a bit of money. So I'd rather he was selling them for like 6 or 7 cents, because then at least we could bring in a little bit of money, and also we're helping people, because a traditional brick or block costs a lot more than even 10 cents. Here's the article we were looking at a minute ago. Here's me boasting a little bit, saying, yeah, I was right. I predicted they were going to go under office buildings. I predicted they were going to go into parks and under people's houses. And I thought it was a great idea, and they could do it, and it sort of kind of come true. We'll have to see if they actually go ahead with that. But all in all, it's good to say I was right to a certain extent. We've had this excellent video of the segment erector. This takes the actual concrete precast segments from the segment conveyor and then assembles them into the ring beam or the segment ring. As you can see here, let's play that. Here we go. It is beat using an Xbox controller. Rather than some huge box with 16 different levers, this is simply just using an Xbox controller, which is a nice simple way of doing this. As you can see on the outside, the grey kind of black metal, that is the actual tunnel shield. It's shaped like a donut, as you can see. Number one, so people and materials can get through the middle, and also you have material being removed from the cutter head or the face of the tunnel, and that comes through there using a screw conveyor. So as you can see, it can tilt, it can move forward, it can swivel round full 360 degrees. All in all, quite impressive to see. It doesn't seem any faster than other segment erectors that I've actually witnessed. So maybe this is the beginning of them just playing around with it, seeing how they can improve it. Right, let's have a look. The Boring Company, this week's news. So they've acquired this new piece of land. If you want to know where this piece of land is, you don't need to look that far from the SpaceX campus. So the original shaft was about here where my mouse pointer is, near that red mark, maybe a bit lower, just around here somewhere. They've gone up here, Crenshaw Boulevard, I believe Crenshaw Boulevard, yes, and they've turned left onto 120th Street, and the actual plot of land is just here on the corner. It's 4012 120th Street near Priory Avenue, which is just this road here. Here's some Google Maps pictures of the actual premise that they have acquired. I believe originally it was some kind of joiner's shop, some kind of cabinet maker, just a single-story industrial building. As you can see, it's just on the corner there, so it's perfect because the actual tunnel is underneath this road here, which is 120th Street. So all they need to do is slightly go off course into here, and then boom, they can extract the actual cutter head and reuse that on another machine, which is great. And anything, they can obviously extract a lot of other things as well if they really wanted to. Should be great. So if you remember, I went through this video. I want to show you the segment erector. Here it is. Here's an actual sort of illustration of a segment erector. As you can see, it can spin 360. There's a precast concrete segment being dropped into place. This can now be controlled with an Xbox controller if need be. However, I thought, based on what I've heard from the Boring Company, that this whole process was going to be automated, in that it wouldn't be controlled by a human, it would just be done automatically. And you'd imagine it would be reasonably easy to do that, because obviously you're just continually doing the same thing over and over again. You're picking up either 6 or 7 segments, most of which are the same other than the keystone and the 2 counter keystones, and just dropping them into place as you go along. And you should have the actual plan of where you're going in the system, so it'd just be a case of following where you need to go. There's nothing that complicated about installing precast concrete segments. It's just obviously the speed and making sure you're doing it in the right order. That's the key bit. So again, guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. Hit the bell icon if you want to get notifications. Overall, good week for the Boring Company. We're getting lots of news. I'm feeling very, very positive about the project in LA. I think it's going to be done in record time. I think it's going to be done, under budget. And I think we're going to really benefit from this project. Here's a picture of the kids that went to see the actual site. Looks like they're having fun looking at these precast concrete segments. Not that it's very fun, but there you go. And look, these people have got the not a flamethrower. Looks great, doesn't it, guys? Really wish I could have one. It probably would cause some serious fires, because I do like to burn things, I must admit. Who doesn't like setting things on fire? It's like being a 15-year-old kid again. Jeez. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Really appreciate that. Please come back again. Hopefully see you soon. Goodbye. Peace out. Thank you very much. Goodbye.